Let's jump right in. Picture this. We are deep in the quiet, shadowed, and incredibly dense woods. Two apex predators are roaming around. A hungry old lion paces her territory, and she considers herself the absolute unchallenged queen of the woods. Everything she sees is hers to eat, munch, chew, and devour. But in that exact same forest, there's a hungry old bear. He considers himself the king. He believes all he sees is his to eat, crunch, slurp, and gobble. They both rule their own separate, quiet pieces of the forest, doing exactly what they please. But something is about to change the air.
You see, humans had just passed through a rather unremarkable clearing for a picnic, and when they left, they forgot something. A smallish, wicker picnic basket with a long, looping handle. The humans are gone, but the scent remains. It drifts through the quiet clearing. You can almost smell it, right? The sharp, spice scent of salami, the sweet crispness of apples, the salty hint of crunchies and cheeses. This scent doesn't just stay in the clearing, though. It travels for miles through the trees, and it instantly grabs the attention of our two hungry predators. Suddenly, the brush crashes. The lion bursts in. Her regal head is held high, sniffing the air, purring deep in her throat for those meats humans leave behind. Salami. But at that exact same moment, from the completely opposite direction, the great shaggy bear barrels through the underbrush. He turns his heavy head from side to side, rumbling excitedly about free apples, crunchies, and cheeses. They lumber into the clearing at the exact same time. And they freeze. They lock eyes right across the empty ground. Now normally, a simple growl would scare off any competition. But they are equally sized, angry, and extremely suspicious. The lion tells the bear the basket is spoken for, suggesting he go find some nuts and berries, bear food. Well, the bear grumbles heavily. He humps. Bear food is whatever a bear wants to eat. He bares his teeth and says, "Leave the picnic baskets to the experts and run along back to your litter box." You can imagine the lion's reaction. She is absolutely furious. She matches his deep, heavy growls with her own. "Litter box?" she grumbles back. She proudly proclaims she is the queen of this place. But the bear immediately fires back that he is the king of the forest. The verbal bickering echoes loudly through the previously quiet trees, their voices rising right over the scent of the spiced meats.
But while they're down on the ground arguing, a shadow falls from high above. A large raven lands super lightly on a tree limb. She had smelled the human food too, and she came to scavenge. She sits up there, looking down at the wicker basket. She watches the two massive beasts bickering. She just waits. But she knows she has to let the big animals have their fill before she can swoop down. And, well, she is getting very, very impatient.
So she squawks down at the heavy predators with a neat three-way split. She suggests they just share. The lion can take the meat, the bear can take the rest, and they can leave some big crumbs for her, their friend the raven.
The great beasts look up at the tree, completely stunned that someone would dare interrupt them. For a brief second, they actually unite in their anger. The bear grumbles, asking who even asked her, telling her to go collect some shiny junk. The lion bares her fangs. "This is a private discussion. Take your beak and go stick it in someone else's business." The raven simply says, "Well, all right then," and flaps to another branch.
With the bird dismissed, the bear turns right back to the lion, calling her a little kitty. The lion begins to purr dangerously. She speaks with this dark, rhythmic rhythm. She is a refined feline winner, a golden hunting queen. She warns him he doesn't want to see her mean. She's a complex apex predator, and he is just a munching brute. She promises she will sniff him out with her snoot. She is the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, the longest, and she will eat whatever she pleases. She steps toward the basket.
The tension here is stretched absolutely as far as it can go. The lion stands by the prize, declaring she's taking the basket and eating whatever she pleases. She asks the bear, directly, "Are you ready to let me enjoy my dinner in peace, bear?" And the bear, standing heavy and stubborn on the opposite side of the clearing, flatly refuses. "Not today, lion." And the tension snaps. They fly at each other. They slam together in a violent, wild spray of fur, claws, and flashing teeth. The lion pounces, rolling the massive bear right onto his back. But the bear swings a heavy, thick paw. It connects. The lion tumbles backward into the dirt. They clash again, heavy impacts, back and forth, until they finally pull away from each other, completely battered and bruised. They each take a few steps back. The lion is caked in dry dirt. She's missing a visible patch of fur, panting hard. "Have you had enough?" she gasps. The bear is taking deep, heaving breaths, his massive chest rising and falling. "No way," he huffs. The lion tells him to surrender. He refuses. Neither of them will step away from the prize.
The bear just continues his boastful claims between his heavy breaths. He declares the lion will never have that food. "I'll take it and eat every last bite. I'll even eat the basket. You just..." He speaks with absolute certainty. He's ready to consume absolutely everything in that clearing, right up until the exact moment his eyes focus on the empty dirt between them.
He stops mid-sentence. The lion stares. The wicker basket with the looping handle is completely gone. There is only dusty ground. The bear voices the question hanging heavy in the clearing. "Hey, where did the basket go?"
The answer comes from high above. "Sorry about that," a voice calls down. "It's the raven. She is far up in the tree, resting in the absolute skinniest branches where the wood is thin and frail." The lion snarls, demanding to know where the basket is. The bear roars at the bird. But way up in the canopy, the big beasts can just make out the shape of the wicker handle, sitting perfectly safe in the high branches.
The raven reaches out with a wing and gently pats the wicker handle. She speaks down to them, cheerful and completely smug. "You were so busy fighting," she explains. "I thought I'd just handle it for you. Now it's my basket, and you have nothing left to fight about." The lion demands she bring it down immediately. The bear threatens to eat the bird too. The raven just asks if they have some wings she isn't seeing.
The lion roars. She leaps at the base of the tree, sinking her sharp claws deep into the bark. She pulls her heavy body up a few feet, but gravity wins. She slides right back down to the dusty ground. The bear tries next. He shimmies up the trunk with his thick, mighty paws. But the tree gets skinny fast. It literally cannot hold a king of the woods. The bear, too, falls heavily back to the earth.
From her safe perch in the thin twigs, the raven looks down at the exhausted, defeated predators. She delivers her final dismissal. "Thanks for trying," she calls out, "and thanks for the lovely meal. See you later." She turns, she spreads her wings, and she flaps away into the canopy, taking the rest of the basket with her, completely out of sight.
The clearing is quiet again. The lion and the bear stand in the dirt. They look at each other for a long time. Finally, the lion lets out a heavy sigh. "Split it next time," she says softly. "I guess so," the bear replies. They turn around. Battered, dirt-caked, and bruised, they begin walking their separate ways back into the deep woods, searching for new things to eat while haunted by the lingering scent in the air, dreaming deeply of the salami they'd lost